What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back in here on Road to Forbidden West, the weekly podcast series dedicated to any and all things Horizon Forbidden West, from news, lore, reactions, and upon release, our review along with the spoiler cast to end the series. We'll be, of course, the Plat Champ, PS Trophy Room's other half, Joe, Mr. Badbit Moran. How you doing, good sir?
I'm doing fantastic. I am still tired. I didn't have a good night's sleep last night.
Oh, no?
I was tossing and turning because Microsoft bought the whole entire gaming internet, and I don't like it.
I hear you. Like, I love when, my like friends heard about it, right? And then they're like, hey, what does this mean? Like, we know that you cover PlayStation and all that. Like, what does this mean? Whatever. And then in a joking fashion, but in very, very subtle ways of this statement, it does feel kind of true. Where it's this is a true war. This is a for real, below, you know what I'm saying? This isn't I'm not saying that PlayStation's gonna obviously die tomorrow, right? That's not what everyone's saying.
That's what I hear. That's everybody saying it.
But it's heavily bruising has occurred. You know what I'm saying? Heavily damage has been inflicted. But yeah, I don't know. I it's a lot. I did a 2.5 hour stream on I think Wednesday, the day after. Yeah, just talking about it because I didn't want to talk on Tuesday because I just wanted to really just take it in and really have a structured opinion that wasn't just a knee jerk reaction.
I read Twitter.
If you will.
Right.
Yeah. There was a lot of people saying a lot of wild stuff. But,
right. I mean, this is a wild thing that just happened, and I feel because we did the trophy room on this one, and
very good
shout
episode,
out to y'all.
Very good episode.
Thank you. Everybody's giving us our flowers on that one, and I really appreciate it because it is one of our best episodes because it's kind of like Kyle going through the processes of grief, and at the end we get to acceptance. Literally. Yeah, and it's a really great episode, and I feel like I'm the only person on PlayStation side that by this news I'm very excited. Because how many times have you heard PlayStation, so much we love their games, as much we love games like Horizon, y'all play it safe. Now this is PlayStation going, oh, we have to diversify our portfolio in a very
that's true
big way. We're gonna have to take more creative risks than ever before, and I feel like when Sony takes those creative risks, they make some of the best games, i.e. the game we're talking about here, Horizon. This game's a risky game to make. The first game was very risky. This is a studio known for its Killzone shooters, right? And they give them an RPG, an action RPG. Open world. They've never done that before. And the risk just paid off handsomely. So we're talking about literally, to me, and this will be the only fanboy thing I'll ever say in my life, we're looking at the best publisher in the world, which I believe is PlayStation, going out there and having to take creative risks and risks that will define its studio. If anybody can do that, it's them. So
right.
I'm really excited.
And I mean, kind of on top of that too, right? We remember the 360 era, right? Yeah. And how that went for early days on PS3 era, where it wasn't the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But it was, over the course of that PS3 generation, by the end of it, not only obviously dollar sales don't equate to being the true quote unquote winner or whatever.
Right.
But Sony was able to outsell the 360 being on the market a year later than Xbox. But then on top of that, they were able to release things like The Last of Us at the end of the generation, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3. You know what I'm saying? Where hello phone. Well, where we really started to see what Sony first party was truly capable of. From the depths of the middle to early gen of PS3. So,
and I really feel like
this
gen is going to be an in-between of the PS3 and the PS4 gens in terms of you're going to get some weird crap you've never seen, back to the PS3 days or your Puppeteer days. And then you're going to get what we know Sony or PlayStation today, which is like, again, what we're going to talk about. Horizon Forbidden West, right? We're going to get those staple games. You know, when people go, oh, don't worry about Nintendo because they just do their own thing. Like, also understand, I get it, they're two different markets, but IP matters. And when you have literally some of the strongest IP in the world in your PlayStation, you're gonna be okay. And now that's not to say like this whole Activision news isn't worrisome, or you know, is the best, because I still lean negatively on it. Like I don't like how yes, you know, as a PlayStation fan, it feels like they bought it instead of they earned it, right? And when I take a look at if this is just the beginning of things to come, and Microsoft is buying these publishers because of, you know, Google and Amazon and Apple, it really goes to show that this is just the beginning of the consolidation. And that also worries me as well, because then how many subscription services are we going to actually have to have? And that worries me a bit. It really does. So, right. You know, though I think it's good at the end of the day that Bobby Kotick won't have a job anymore in a year and a half, and those people get to work in hopefully a much better working environment and more creative freedom. That's great. It just does worry me for the future. And yes, you know, the redundancies that they're going to get rid of people. That's just the reality of it that no one's talking about. So like, yeah, there's, you know, though I lean negatively on it, if this was gonna happen, I'd rather it be Microsoft than, you know, a Tencent or an Amazon.
Yeah. Of course, there's obviously no downside to Bobby being out. I don't think anyone's saying that like that's a real downside to this situation. That's definitely
no
positive.
One's saying I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah, right. Like no. So that's a clear positive. But like I think the last thing I'll say, which is something that I believe you also touched on. On PS Trophy Room, that I had said earlier on in my stream on the channel, talking about this whole acquisition from Activision being bought by Microsoft, and that's that like with this happening last year with Bethesda, and both of these acquisitions mainly being in the hopes of the outcome of bolstering Game Pass, right? Like that is why this is happening, 100%. Yeah. Right. I was saying on stream that like I felt that like I had hoped to be enticed by Microsoft and Xbox to get into that ecosystem, right? When we started seeing them bring in Phil Spencer, right, towards the late end of Xbox One, essentially saying, hey, we're gonna restructure, we're gonna make this thing called Game Pass, we're gonna do it big. Like when they really started to restructure from the era of last gen going into this gen, right? I had hoped that I would be, and there's room that I will still be, because there's still first party, you know, Microsoft games in the pipeline coming, right? Things like Redfall, Halo Infinite just came out, etc. Forza, right? But I had hoped that would be the main driving force and the main just way of getting people in the door for Game Pass, but not only getting them in, but wanting them to come in, right? Being enticed, you know what I'm saying?
And at now this particular it feels point, like you have to be in it.
Yeah, like the only Bethesda games I care about are Doom and Wolfenstein, right? And those are, you know,
same.
Yeah, Doom, Wolfenstein, and I'm very intrigued by that Indiana Jones game. I really want to see what that's about, right? But then
and
with
if that's
Activision,
a multi-plat, because that deal happened before the Microsoft deal. But they probably came back and said, "Hey Disney, what up? We'll pay you."
yeah. I bet they're gonna secure that, right? But like, last thing I'll say is that like, hey, like, you know, I am a longtime COD fan. You know, I'm not the biggest COD fan nowadays, but I still check in. I still buy it every year. I still play it. I still check it out. I still play the campaign every year. You know, like I would still consider myself a fan of COD, even though I'm not the modern day COD fan that is on Warzone. That's just not my game. I'm more of an old fashioned type of COD player. But it's like, damn, like, okay, fine. Like, I just feel like twisted in the arm, you know, in a way that like I wish I felt more just like enticed to, oh, let me go experience this new IP that's on Game Pass that I could only get on Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
Instead of experiencing something that I already have an enjoyment for, that now I can't get on my platform of choice. You know?
Yes.
That's where
Yeah.
I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like stuff's been taken away from you, and now you have to go there instead of like, oh, I want this thing.
Exactly.
That's a different feeling that I don't feel is being explored enough. But yeah, that's it. Listen, this deal's crazy and whatnot. I want to escape to the Forbidden West, though.
Let's do it. Yeah. Some housekeeping before we get there. Catch the show on youtube.com/plays and source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via the anchor link down below in the description. Like the video and rate the podcast. It helps us get seen by more viewers so we can grow the PSS family. Down below as well, let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description as well. Big shout out to the members of the channel. Hit that join button to become one of the few like the Prince tier with the Piwa Musa and our $5 King tier members, just like Caleb Kaiser, SideQuest Sean, the Iraq Knight, and the homie Owen. And of course, make sure to check out the stream series. I am at the end's doorstep. I'm right there. I'm gonna probably just stream tomorrow night and just beat the game because like I'm right there. There. I'm almost there. But if you missed out on the stream series, definitely go check it out on the channel. And while you're on, Spotify, you know what I'm saying? While you're on Apple Podcasts, go over to the PS Trophy Room, rate the Kind Gentleman 5 stars. They're giving away for Forbidden West, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, if you head on over to Apple Podcasts, rate the Trophy Room 5 stars there. If you could, use your Twitter handle or take a picture of your review, tweet at us at Mr. Badbit or at PS Trophy Room, or just Discord message me if you don't have Twitter. And you're entered to win a copy of Horizon Forbidden West on the house. It doesn't matter where you are. I'll pay the extra region fees. I don't care. Because we really do appreciate it. My goal is to get to 300 reviews this year. And so we are at 231 already as of recording, which is awesome. So,
yeah, y'all definitely got that.
Trying, man. The grind.
The grind.
Yeah, I would really appreciate. I would really appreciate it. Also, just to let you know, Kev, because I know this isn't a video podcast, but I got a crick in my neck. So if you see me trying to stretch, I'm not antsy. I'm just hurting.
I hear you. No, I twist my back during podcasts and very insane. Yeah, no, I feel you. Do what you gotta do. What feels good, Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
do what feels good. But what is good here, of course, in the news section, we got I guess it feels okay. I don't know about good, but it feels like it feels. We have article here from Sammy Barker over here from Push Square. This actually broke this morning, so good timing. There were rumors about this. There was a leaked cover art that had the file size of Horizon Forbidden West on PS5, and it has now been officially outed by the Sony servers. PlayStation Game Size reports that it is going to be 86 gigabytes for the game in North America, I believe, but then in the European territories, it's going to be 96 gigs.
God damn.
So kind of a weird discrepancy there. How there's 11 more gigs on the European side. Not sure if that's is that language packs?
That's what, that could be it. But then why wouldn't that also be on the American side?
Right?
Maybe it's how many? I don't know. That's strange. I want to know if developers out there, if you know why that's the case.
Not sure. Not sure. We do have some more info that I was not aware of. It looks like the preload date will be February 11th, a week before release. That seems to be par for the course. And these sizes, of course, do not include the inevitable day one patch, obviously. So,
I wonder with that. Kev.
What's up?
Will we get will they start shipping the statues early? Because I have the ultimate War
the
Elephant bundle
edition?
Yeah. And
damn, that's gonna look hot,
dude.
It's gonna look hot. That Trevor Tusk looks crazy.
Oh my god, it was. I remember when I got it. So anyway, I'm gonna go to Best Buy. Is Best Buy able to sell it to me, right? Or is Amazon gonna be able to ship it to me early? Because inside is the code. I don't think there's a disc in there.
It's a good point. I have never I've never bought like a huge edition. And
you're not a limited edition guy.
I just don't have space, man.
I don't either. I only have one room, and I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. Like Aloy's behind me. I know this is a poor,
I see Nathan back there on top. Where is Aloy?
I got Aloy's literally. She's directly right.
Oh, she's directly behind you. Okay.
The one thing that I don't like about like the limited editions, this comes from just games in general. They all look sick in the face.
The actual statue.
Like, yeah, they look like I don't know. They just got over. Yeah, like the soul left the body at an undetermined point in time, and they're just looking. They're just. I don't know. It's weird, but nonetheless, knowing that this is like an elephant, not like a person's face, that actually gets me really excited.
That's hype.
Because
that's awesome.
Then that's gonna look really, really, really good. But yeah, I'm excited for this thing, man. I'm
definitely. The only special edition thing that I'm really searching for and would want is Infamous 2. They had Cole's backpack.
Dude.
Oh my god.
I wanted it so bad when I worked at GameStop, and
I wanted it so bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna shout out to my friend of me at the time, Drew. Drew, you suck, and I hate you because he's like, no, I bought it. I called dibs, and he didn't buy it on the day. He bought it a week later. I'm like, well, I had the money now. He's like, no, dude.
Disgraceful.
That's how it goes.
Disgraceful.
He wore it to work every day.
I would kill for that backpack. I would kill for that. I love that backpack. Such a good. Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on. We got 2 trailers this week. We got a nice big old story trailer. And a big old trailer about meeting the cast. A lot of this will fold into the main topic, of course, and what we have learned from that. If you want to know what I did for the majority of Thursday and the beginning of Friday, about, we'll say, probably close to like 8 to 10 hours of work, all things considered.
Wow.
You can check out my over half an hour breakdown of the story trailer. Yes, I stretched. How long is this trailer? What, 3 minutes?
3 minutes
into
4
30
seconds.
minutes. Yes,
Jesus.
I did do that. Found some interesting stuff in there. Found some good stuff.
Okay.
In there. Definitely go check out that.
I can't wait to ask you some questions about it because I love this trailer.
Yeah, I am now an expert on this trailer.
Okay.
I'm going through, and I have some of my notes that I use for the breakdown below in the doc, so we'll be able to reference a lot of cool things and different stuff like that. And there's also a lot of info in the Meet the Cast trailer. Like, we get casual things like Aaron's voice actor says that, after the events of Horizon Zero Dawn, Aloy just like disappears for like 6 months. And it's like, wait, were you allowed to say that? Like, I don't know if you're allowed to say that, but I'm happy you said it. You said it. Yeah. So if you want to check out those trailers, links below in the description. I assume if you're watching this, you probably already have. But just in case, definitely go check it out. Or you know what? Maybe not. Maybe you're trying to be on Blackout. But if you want to be on Blackout, why are you watching?
You come to the wrong show. Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, we're not speaking to that audience. So go watch it. It's nice.
You're right. But rolling in here casually to the episode 3 main topic of the show here. What is the Forbidden West? We're going to answer that question for the people. You know what I'm saying? We can tackle this in a few ways. I was going to strip some things from the wiki, but honestly, it's like a short 3-paragraph type thing that goes over the brief history and then certain mentions and certain things that have been said to have been seen in the Forbidden West, right? So I was gonna do maybe a popcorn style reading if you want to do that, Joe. You know,
go for it.
It's yeah. Let's do it. We'll do paragraph by paragraph if you want.
What's that?
But it's over here on the. Oh yeah, go ahead. It's over here on the wiki. It's the Forbidden West wiki. Yeah, it's not a lot of text. It's really not.
I know.
It's like a few tweets.
I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, I was pulling up all the trailers so that I could go right under history.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, you read the first paragraph because I can't pronounce any of these words.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I know Karja.
Yeah.
And that's probably about it. So everything else we're gonna have to just wing it. Okay, here we go. Irv, the sixth Sun King of the Karja, led a total of 4 expeditions into the Daunt, hoping to break through and explore to the land beyond. Eventually, he presumably succeeded, although he and his army vanished, never to be seen again. To discourage other ventures, Bassett, his brother and successor in the Radiant line. So these are all Sun Kings, to be clear. Like, Sun Kings of the Karja tribe, to be very clear. Bassett, his brother and successor in the Radiant line, ordered the construction of the western fort of Sunfall and declared the land beyond it the Forbidden West, a land where only the sun may go. This marked the end of the Sun Dome's expansion. So this was during a time when, of course, the Karja were rising in power. I love how they call their line of kings the Radiant line. That's such a fucking cool.
That's
so cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. But they were expanding the Sundom, not kingdom, the Sundom, of the different Sun tribes, and they stopped with the Forbidden West, on the Western Front.
Duran, the 13th Sun King, don't mistake him for the 7th or the 8th, sent Karja troops into the Forbidden West as part of the Red Raids. They faced little resistance in raiding the native Arutu. I totally butchered that.
I believe it's Utaru. I have heard
Utaru. Very good.
Yeah.
But the Tenukith of the region banded together and dealt the Karja a crushing defeat. So they tried to enter the Forbidden West, right?
Indeed. So these two tribes, the Utaru and the Tenakth, I think is how you say it. I think is how you say that.
Right.
Those both are prominently in Forbidden West. They're seen in the trailer a lot. We already have characters that belong to both these tribes, and we know a lot about these tribes already, so there's context there. But looks like these two battled against the Karja to stop them from coming into the Forbidden West. Since then, many Outlanders have journeyed into the Forbidden West. The ones who return are either near death or driven mad by what they have discovered. The tales of these journeys differ, with some reporting to have crossed deserts of white, orange, and blue sands, while others recounted vast prairies full of tall, sharp grass. Many explorers have encountered ruins of the old ones, even telling of a massive lake much larger than the Daybrink, with an entire city of ancients submerged within. I believe that is referring to San Francisco.
Okay, because
how San Francisco is,
Well, they say giant lake though.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm like, is this is this region like California and Nevada? This is like Salt Lake City,
like this specific region that they're talking about, like of a lake. Maybe it is a Nevadan lake.
Yeah, exactly. Because or does that's giant lake mean ocean?
It's a good question. I mean,
right?
I know there's parts of San Francisco that we've seen in the trailer that are definitely underwater, but you're right. Like, I don't know if they would even call that a lake. Because that's more literally just the ocean just extending.
But at the same exact time, Karja, if I'm not mistaken, based in Colorado, right?
I believe, yeah. Like everything from Utah west is the Forbidden West, So
one would argue then they've never seen an ocean before.
Very true.
That's cool. This is like the part of like the history side of me that really loves this dorky stuff. It's okay. So yeah, they are just talking about San Fran.
But definitely while they're here, right? Like like white, orange, and blue sands.
Yeah.
Could we see that in the game? That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like tall prairies of sharp grass. Like they're painting a cool picture already. Based on what we know.
This world's so awesome. One notably consistent part varied tales from the West is the presence of new and the most dangerous machines, the likes of which have never been seen in the Sundom. Many visitors also spoke of strange tribes in the lands beyond the border, including drinkers of machine blood. Ew. This seems to be supported by the machine blood drinking shaman Bryn and the exile Banuk, who leaves the Sundom for the Forbidden West upon the completion of his quest. Or side quest, sorry. Okay, cool beans.
They drink machine, like, what is that, oil? Like, what?
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're dead. I don't, like, that's an ulcer.
Battery acid?
A sip is an ulcer. I wonder what they really mean.
According to the Nora High matriarch, Teresa, which we do know, Teresa, Rost, of course, Aloy's essentially father. Yeah, essentially father. Ross journeyed to the Forbidden West in search of the bandits who killed his daughter. However, the Forbidden West remains a mystery. Remains a mysterious and treacherous unknown for the Karja.
Awesome.
Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, like that was all info that you could garner from Horizon Zero Dawn itself. And like, I want to commend Guerrilla, right, for having a game that when you go back to it, right, leading up to Forbidden West, the amount of times they mentioned Forbidden West in this, and like, I didn't even really think of it. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, they're just talking about this like other place, whatever, you know. But the fact that like when you come back to it and how ready it is to prepare you for the sequel is incredible. You know,
yeah,
it's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, just these like 4 paragraphs, dude. The world building that they've just laid for this game, let alone like this whole universe, it just reminds me how amazing this universe is and why it's so special, because there is so much going on here, like, that feels real.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about like, you know, the Sun Kings and their line of succession and what they call them, it's like, yeah, no, like that's throughout history, right? Like, you know, like the French had it, the you know, the British had their enlightened line. It was like, oh no, I'm not just the king, God said so type of stuff.
Yeah.
That's
so cool.
That's nuts. So I really love what they're laying out here, man.
100%. But while we transition from that and like I want to like focus more on the tribes of the Forbidden West, this is mainly off of the tribes trailer that we got a few weeks ago as well. But before we get there, I guess, you know, how'd you feel about the story trailer? Did you like it? Was there something that caught your eye specifically? You know what I'm saying?
There's like two new characters that caught my eye for sure. But no, like this, like to me, when I was looking at this trailer, the one thing that caught my eye, again, like the one thing that Horizon I feel like got criticized a little bit too much for, was like the facial animations weren't the best. Dude, and thank God I'm on this scene right here where like Aaron is walking up to Aloy, and oh my God, what's the other character's name?
I got you. Varl,
right?
Varl. Yeah. It's a weird way to, I guess, pronounce it, like VARL. However you take that.
So I always say Val for some reason. Anyway, but when they walk up to her, holy shit, their animations are incredible. But Aloy's forehead, I know this seems like a weird thing to point out. You see like the crunches of her skin like fold, like a forehead's naturally supposed to do. And it freaks me out how they're able to get all these little details in just her facial animation alone. It's awesome. Like, even when she's just like peering back, like she's talking to Varro and she's peering at Aaron, like, well, like, what's going on here? Like, the littlest details caught. To the eye movement, to her cheeks raising. Like, it's nuts.
I think it's definitely emphasized that, like, you know, when you play Horizon Zero Dawn, right, those facial expressions are very much like very, very, very static. You know, like the only thing moving on their head is essentially just their mouth. You know, like so. I think this looks a billion times better. You know, like it really, really, really does show. Yeah.
There's an awesome scene with Varro, or just a little small clip where he's looking at someone and he's having like this Like he looks back for a sec, and then like does this very like a smile, but it's not glowing. It's like appreciative, right?
Right.
And I'm just like it's they got the faintest little animation to that. It was just like, what the. This game don't look real.
Yeah.
It looks too good.
It's so good, man. It's so good. Like, oh man, can't wait. Cannot wait. Interesting when they were talking to us about like the tribes of the West, they count the two, I guess, border settlements, which are Karja and the Oseram. Those are both from the original game. They were just more on the western side of the map, the more desert side of the map, blending into what the unknown for Forbidden West would be, that we never got to access, obviously. So they count those as tribes of the Forbidden West. I'm not sure if it's because like they're the ones that are directly like on the border of it, right? And they may have to deal with some aspects of the Forbidden West that we were not aware of or something. But they're, I guess, named as parts of the Forbidden West, I guess. Maybe that kind of makes sense. I don't know.
Their tribes expand into it.
Oh, in this new game?
Yeah.
Oh, so Karja tries again. They try to go, okay.
Like maybe this is like their expedition force going in. That's how I always kind of took it as. Like, because like Aaron's there, they got like a whole litany of troops.
Yeah.
That got eviscerated in the first trailer we see. So like, I'm thinking this is them trying to, have an exploratory committee walk in there and get wrecked.
Yeah, and like, I do love a line that Aloy says in the trailer, right? Where she says, "I'm running out of time, Elizabeth. The land is dying. People are suffering. Soon they'll starve, and the machines meant to help us are out of control. I have to find a way to fix it all, and the answer is somewhere in the Forbidden West." Like, they're seeking some sort of answer, right? And we know in the gameplay trailer, Aloy sends Aaron to get this like device that shows weather patterns, I believe, of the air pressure changing, thus causing all these crazy like supercell storms and everything. So like, I wonder what answer she's talking about. And then she says later on in the trailer that like what did she say? And the solution I need is broken and scattered. What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm very intrigued that like what is going to be the goal here for Aloy and Aaron and Varl and everyone else trying to solve the solution of the weather and the red blight and all that.
Yeah, like there maybe there's another machine in another mountain that is causing all this, fuckery that's afoot. And so, to me, I think that's
of the West.
Exactly. I think that's why they're going in the first place. Because you're right, they need to be motivated somehow. So, I know weather machines sound crazy, but of course this is like a crazy future that we're living in. So maybe someone just their elbow bumped a dial that shouldn't have, and they're gonna go find the dial. But that's what I'm kind of thinking it is as well. It's like someone's doing this and it's a malicious intent. And I still don't trust Silence, right? Like I don't trust that dude one bit.
No way. Yeah.
So I'm like, I wonder what he's about.
Yeah. And we'll talk about him and his tie with Regala, the alleged main antagonist, Angela Bassett, a queen.
Oh my god.
You love to see them secure Angela Bassett, dude. I was like,
Angela Bassett. First off, she's a great actress. Like she's an amazing actress. And the one of the many reasons why I'm in love with her is because she'll take on roles that like every role she's in it. Right? Like she's not doing a role because she's getting a paycheck. Like she's doing a role because she wants to do that role. And I love seeing actors in TVs and movies explore games in ways like this. So like this is really awesome. We're getting Angela Bassett in there. And then sidetrack for just a second. Angela Bassett could just punch me in the face.
Yo, she can.
She's like 60 years old.
Poof, man.
She's an older woman. Love to see it. Age with grace.
Love to see it. Who's the oh my god from
But also, like,
Salma
that's the other
Salma
cool
Hayek.
thing. Oh my God, Salma Hayek, slap me around. But that's the other cool thing is like these actors that like, dude, 10 years ago wouldn't think like video game. Pfft.
Yeah.
It's like no, like they're going in it, man. They're going in it. They're trying it out. Like that's awesome because as much as I know, like for example, we think of like the Kevin Spacey in Call of Duty, and we're like, why were you there? Maybe this could go to another actor or whatever. It's cool to see that our medium is being respected and that these actors and actresses want to explore what this is all about. Because I remember in the Raising Kratos doc when Christopher Judge was talking about the performance. It's like this is acting and like and this even goes to my interview with John McLaurin John McLaren. I always fuck up your name, John. I'm so sorry.
I wish I said this at top, dude. I listened to that too over the weekend. That shit was awesome, bro.
Yeah, I know it was awesome. He was great.
That was incredible. Yeah.
But like I go. It's kind of like acting in its rawest form, right? Because you got nothing around you. It's like that's the perfect analogy. It's literally acting in its rawest form. It's almost like you're up there on stage in a play. So like it's cool to see actors and actresses really taking this seriously.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. And while we're on the topic of high list celebrities here, we have this new character that is teased teased in the best way you could tease things. Just at the very end, very little context. We see Gaia for the first time in this, like fucking what, what, and then we see Tilda, this new character, Carrie Ann Moss. I was unaware of her until like a month ago when I watched.
You never watched The Matrix?
I did watch Matrix.
But like for the first time,
First time.
Okay, cool. It's great. Yeah, she's in The Matrix 1, 2, and 3. We're not talking about 4. We wouldn't allow it.
I do want to kind of go through 2, 3, and 4, but I hear a lot of people saying like, Kev, like just don't.
No, okay. So you just tried Matrix 1. Yeah. See, Matrix, strange movies. And yes, 1 is obviously the best, but like 2 and 3 aren't bad. Bad. They're just like not 1. But I will say with all of my chest that Matrix Resurrections wasn't just an insult to fans, but an insult to my intelligence.
Damn.
They talk about making the movie for 30 minutes of the movie. It's nuts. Nonetheless, though, she does a great... I know, yeah, because they're exploring the metaverse there. That's the concept that they're trying to explore. It's dumb. Just like the metaverse stuff.
Okay.
But no, like, she's an excellent actress. I'm sorry for the tangent. And so, again, seeing her there, these are actresses. They don't need the money. They want to be challenged. It's now about the challenge for them and getting to experience new things. This excites me, and I don't trust her.
Yeah.
Because she looks all like, I have a pause here. She looks like a regal queen. And I know regal queens, when I see them, they're evil.
Here's the thing. I have a couple of theories after doing my research on this trailer. You know what I'm saying? I have a few theories. One, I want to cover what's happening to the world right now, right? Like, why are there these storms? Where does the red blight originate from, right? I have a few theories, okay? In the original game, when they're explaining the Hades function, right? That was meant as a failsafe, just in case Gaia got the reconstruction of life itself on Earth wrong in some way, shape, or form, right? It is said that Hades was designed to suffocate organic life in terms of their food source, in terms of their vegetation, etc. In the event that the biosphere is made in a wrong way, which could manifest in things like massive storms, flooding, etc. Right? So I think what we're seeing here is the world that Horizon takes that Horizon takes place in right now, the one that Gaia reformed, right, was not made correctly. So that explains the supercell storms that we're seeing throughout all the trailers and the footage, right? And then I think the Red Blight is the answer to that from the Hades protocol.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only question now is, how did that really enable? Because at the end of the game, we quote unquote destroy the Hades function, but then we know that it still persists within Silence's like lighthouse dome thing. Like, yeah. So it's like, okay, so Hades is not fully gone. So that could be true, that like we're seeing the remnants of Gaia getting the rebuilding of the biosphere wrong. Hence the storms and all that, you know?
Yeah, I think there's fuckery afoot, and someone is...
But yeah,
is definitely using the Hades function for their advantage.
Right.
Whatever that advantage is.
That's what I think too, yeah. Like, I don't think it's as simple as I broke it down. I'm just, like, there's something.
Because I think the MacGuffin of all these games in this franchise will be the Hades function is doing something, right? Mm-hmm. Or someone's using it somehow, or using a piece of that network. Because I think it's a network. It's like a grid. And I don't think by just disabling it in one area do you disable it from all the areas. So
that's a good point, actually. Yeah,
I mean, that's why I make them. I mean, just if someone flips the wrong switch, New York City's power goes off, but not New Jersey's, right? Because we're the best state. So that's how I'm thinking about it in my head.
I don't know about this Jersey talk. I don't know about.
Dude, it's the best. It's the best state. Listen, Arizona has its dry temperament.
No,
and
I'm not like necessarily like defending AZ. I mean, I like Arizona. I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? I like Arizona, but.
Yeah. But it sucks because you guys got like weird spiders and fucking scorpions.
We do have scorpions. I haven't,
Fuck actually, that! Like, you just scared me. You confirmed my fear.
Honestly, in my 23, almost 24 years of life, I've never had to 1v1 a scorpion.
Really?
Yeah, they're
what
really
about spiders?
only...
How big do they get there?
Really, not really. No. I think it's really positioned. Like, I think you hear those stories when you live near a mountain, like right around a mountain.
Okay.
That's where you get the disgusting creatures.
Okay, so if I move to Arizona or I visit Arizona, I'm only going to the valleys and the plainlands.
Yeah, like there's definite ways to avoid it. Yeah, for sure. Cool. But and the next theory I have is
Go for it.
involving some of the tribes, right? But I think we should probably go over them first. So we got Karja and Oseram, the Utaru, right? This is the main tribe, as far as I'm aware, that is being really hit by the red plight. I believe the red plight is everywhere and it's spreading, but for some reason it's really focused in this area of the West, which is called Plain Song. And what they do is they sing to the land in the hopes that it will be healed from the red blight. And that's kind of their like tradition, right? So maybe the red blight is something that they've been dealing with a lot, but I can't wait to just be roaming in the West on February 18th and just hear singing. I think that is going to be so fucking cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And again, like it's like the old fashioned ways we used to, right? Like, we get a drought and like we pray to God that like, please make it rain. Why are you doing this? Like this to us, please, omnipotent one. And then like you got like the actual science behind it, right? It's like, oh no, we're just living in an what is it? El Nino year. That's why you're not getting it. So
right.
like it's that's always the part that fascinates me. Is like the traditions and the mysticism of Horizon that gets explored here. I love it. That's dope. And I want to know why, because here's the thing: if this red blight is affecting them the most, they're probably also going to be the most, I guess, ruthless, chaotic, and bound for violence, because like they are then desperate. It's all desperation. If I'm not getting any food, I need to go somewhere to find it. And so that's the other thing that I wonder if they explore here.
Yeah. Which is a stark contrast from the Tenakth. I think it's how you say that. That's a very difficult word to say. Tenakth.
It is. That's why I backed out of that paragraph.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic enough. I don't need this in my life.
So the Tanakh are actually 3 different clans, right? So they're in like a civil dispute during this time. Like they're in like a civil war. There's been many generations of fighting amongst this tribe, right? And then the younger man that we see with Aloy here, his name is Kotalo, right? And he is so like they don't actually name which 3 clans consist of the Tanakh, but in his specific tribe, right? His chief is the head of the Tanakh tribe as a whole. So he still is the head of the 3 clans that are infighting amongst themselves, right? So the chief's name is Hikaru. So during the Meet the Class trailer, long story short, Hikaru, the chief, has a vision one day that someday his Tanakh tribe will all stop fighting and come together as one and live in peace. And so he tells that to Kotalo, and then he is helping Aloy not only to get her objective, but is also struggling to deal with having to fight in order to give the vision that his chief sees, which is peace. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still trying to make his chief's vision a reality, and he's struggling with that. I
got you.
So yeah, that's where that's going on. And then we have the rebels, which is where we get Angela Bassett, Regala, right? We don't know a lot about them. Actually, we know a decent amount. It's been said in some spaces that they broke off from the Tanakh tribe. I'm not sure if that's true, but that could be a possibility. You know, they're led by Regala, right? They're being aided by Silence. Silence gave them ability to override machines for their will, weapons, troops, all that. It's said in the trailer. So there is some connection between her and Silence.
Yeah.
There's some mutual cooperation that's going on. What's up?
I don't know if you hear any of the yelling in the background. I have no idea what's going on there. But
I don't.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's because this beautiful thing called technology, this RTX voice.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah, I think they're the enemy we're going to be fighting the most. You see it in the first trailer, right? So I think they are like the main foes, or like they are the main,
the main like. And
the main baddies
force, yeah. So maybe from what you were saying, right? Maybe they are causing this like destructiveness, right? Like maybe it's something like, you know, because Silence heard everything that Aloy heard and saw throughout the entire first game, right?
Right.
So Silence is just as aware as Aloy is.
Yes.
Right. So maybe Silence deduces that like, hey, like Gaia got it wrong. We should just embrace that, you know? Yeah. Like wouldn't that be more fitting of what Elizabeth wanted in the end of the day, which was for like humanity to be restarted in a better way? And if we're not the way, we have to go.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe like that's like what they're both like on, and like maybe like they're both trying to
like just her
Hades do her
like
thing. Yeah.
Like Aloy's argument is we're not perfect, and that's what makes us unique and special, and his thing is we're not perfect, ergo we must be wiped out so that we could be restarted again and something hopefully better.
Right. Yeah. Like,
and Silence, he's a very arrogant character. I can't wait to see. I forget the actor's name who plays him. Like where he goes with it.
I
always just go John Wick. John Wick guy.
Oh yeah, he's in John Wick. He's Lucius Fox in the Dark Knight trilogy. Yeah, isn't he?
No, God, no. That's
really. Am I wrong on that? I have said that multiple times this week. Damn, that's embarrassing. I know he's my commander in Destiny. Shout out to the Titans.
Yeah.
Zavala.
Shout out to him. There you go, Lance Riddick. How do I forget Lance Riddick? It's the coolest goddamn name. My name's Lance Riddick. It's like, oh.
His voice, hey, that was a good impression.
I know. I was real proud of it.
Hey,
but yeah,
that was pretty good. I love his voice. His voice is so good. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
Buttery
then
smooth.
we thought that those were the only tribes, right? Psych, Guerrilla Games gave us a little seed,
Boop.
right? A little sign. At the end of the Meet the Tribes trailer, they talk of this mysterious tribe that is said to be stronger than the Tanakh and the Utaru, and they are strangers from past the shore. That's how they're described. Strangers from past the shore who are searching for secrets on the very edge of the Forbidden West.
Who are they?
I think that Tilda is connected to this tribe
Yeah,
in some way, shape, or form.
but if they're beyond the shore, then like they're in the goddamn ocean.
Or because remember, right? Like the Faro incident that we talked about last week, right? That was a global thing.
Right.
We've only seen the US, right? So what if they're from the like European countries
Oh,
that have come to the States to figure out what the hell happens? Like,
Right.
I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying? I wonder that. Like, I bet they're just from Europe and they're also like searching for answers, and like,
But like
maybe
that would
they,
make way
you know?
more sense if it was like if this was in New York and not San Francisco. You know? So like I'm like, what are they from? The Philippines, Indonesia, Japan? Like, but like
Interesting
why? And then like with the
Interesting
tech they
point.
have, how could they cross the ocean?
Interesting point.
You know?
Interesting point. Interesting points. All interesting points. I don't know.
Beyond the shore.
And maybe given that we see her attire, right? Like, I would consider that to be a lot more sophisticated and like high tech
Yeah.
than anything we've seen in Horizon. Maybe they're just more along the evolution of humans. Like, maybe they're just naturally just more sophisticated, right? Where like we've seen a very like tribe type of human, right? Maybe they're just more along. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they figure
And
it
I
out
mean-
more. Maybe they're better at cooperating. You know, I don't know.
And you're right. And like when you take a look at like Tilda's like outfit, it's very futuristic looking.
That looks like an Iron Man suit, as far as I'm aware. Like, that's like an MCU suit. Like,
It's like Queen Elizabeth meets War Machine, I guess. But like honestly, like maybe their tech is just super advanced.
yeah,
Like they're and it's not pieced together stuff. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this is a Fallout situation where like they lived in a goddamn vault for decades upon decades.
oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
This one is intriguing because yeah, it's not and great job on the artists as well making her design because she looks futuristic, but also is fitting to the universe. Like she seems not out of place, but different enough that like you're like, okay, what are you all about? Because this is weird.
Exactly.
And then like when you take a look at like her in the one shot, that's really interesting to me. I'm trying to find it. Is there like an 18-wheeler behind her? What's behind Tilda when she's talking? Because like that tech look like to me that I'm like that tech seemed the most, you know.
wait, let me pull this up. 18-wheeler. I see the tablecloth. That has had me intrigued
Yeah.
since I saw it. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
like what's beneath that table? Yeah, what's beneath
Well, I mean, just
that
the
cloth?
essence of it. We
And
have
is
like
that wheels?
lodges in Horizon,
Yeah.
right? But like, I've never seen a tablecloth in this world. Where's the 18-wheeler?
And I know we must be sounding goddamn insane, but like, yeah, like there's something hiding tech that seems also out of place. And it's not like in Horizon where it's like, oh yeah, this is like a department store but
Oh.
dilapidated. You know what I mean?
I
This
see
seems
the
like it's brand new.
Maybe, yo. Now I'm thinking like, okay, is that a 18-wheeler? Is that a fucking ship? Like what are we looking at in the back? Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. I haven't. Yeah, what caught me was that tablecloth. It's like, oh, okay, like that's interesting. You know, like we have lodges, we have like hunting lodges in the in the like original game and all that, but like we never had like a fancy like. This just seems way more sophisticated than like anything we've seen out of any tribe in Horizon. Period. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting.
Very intrigued. I'm very happy they just dropped this little thing right there because that. My friend Christian says that after seeing that shot at the end of the trailer, that's been the most interested he's been in Horizon Forbidden West since they debuted it.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, yeah. Like, he liked the first game, but like he wasn't like super crazy hot on it, you know?
Okay. So, yes, okay, so I get it.
Amen. I didn't say it. Amen.
I said
I didn't say it.
You
I didn't
come
say
to
it,
this
but
show, you have to love it.
Amen. Because I know he listens.
All right. Come at me.
Oh, man. I'm not going to necessarily
There's nothing wrong with this game. Nothing. I'll take no slander.
How do you feel about you brought up the two mystery people that you brought up, are one of them this lady over here that I have in the dock with this focus?
Let me see what you're talking about here.
Yeah, she's with Aloy. They're looking at a map, and then there's a picture right under her of her. Yeah. Let's talk about her. What type of focus is that she's wearing?
A freaking dope one. That seems like it wraps around. It almost touches her eye in a weird way. But like maybe that's the Focus Pro we were talking about.
No, I think it is because do you I mean, I'm really fresh on it. Like I just played it this week, so like if you don't remember, I get it. But there's a part where you find Elizabeth's journals and they've been damaged, and so Silent says, "Hey, your focus can still rebuild that data, but it's gonna take some time. Like we think this focus is like super powerful, and like it is, but it's a small like processing unit as opposed to other things that they had in the old world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a low powered thing. So is this like a high powered focus?
Yeah, possibly a focus that could do a little bit extra, or just something like style wise, right? Like her focus could have been made by Samsung, and this is the Apple focus, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, interesting. I like the look of her. Like she has, so like because we're exploring, you know, the Southwest really, and it's, you know, it's very I forget the word you'd use in historical lenses, but it's that of like it's kind of like it has the Native American vibe to it mixed with the Mexican like heritage of that of like, you know, 16, 17, 1800. When you take a look at the garb, what she's wearing, the beads that she's wearing on her neck, the green, orange, a little bit of red here or there. I really love the look of her. That's super, not super, it's super unique, and at the same exact time, it reminds you of something else. It's cool that they're taking aspects from actual history and seemingly transporting that into this world.
Yeah.
That's the most I got out of it. More even than her fancy headgear.
Indeed. While we're talking about fits, I love Aloy's new fit.
Yeah?
I think that armor set right here, I think that looks insane. That looks real good.
I can't wait. There's one piece of armor that you see her have that it's like white. I like that on her. That looks cool. I can't wait to see the different armor sets that Aloy is going to be wearing. And the one armor fit that I hope they get rid of is the one in Horizon where like, you know, like you kind of see like her stomach and stuff like that, because I feel like that gets a little fetishized, and it's a little weird to me. I don't view Aloy that way, and I see a lot of people, using that outfit in questionable ways.
Yeah, that, and like it just doesn't fit. Like I feel like it just doesn't fit. Like you're fighting giant mechanical metal beasts, right? Like you would want as much armor, right? Like I'm with you on that, and I'm glad that Gorilla didn't take any suggestions from the crazy people that were putting her all caked up and makeup.
Oh, here
and
it is.
God.
It's the one where she's talking to Vol and Aaron. It's an awesome fit because I love like the feathers on the side, the piece of armor on the other shoulder pad. Yeah, dude, she looks dope. I can't wait to see the other armor that she gets. Awesome. I love Aloy so much.
Oh, with the feather. Oh,
yeah.
Wait, I didn't see. Oh, that's a one-winged angel type Sephiroth beat, bro. What are we doing? Let's go. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, man.
Also, there's a shot in the beginning of the trailer where her and Varl are looking at this like abandoned like launch rocket site or whatever. Mm-hmm. And bro, I swear to God, I instantly thought of Rocket Town. I was like, holy
just
shit.
have a nuke in the middle of the town. They don't know what it is.
Bro, it's just this rocket is just like hanging off by a thread over here. It's like about to tip or whatever. I'm like, bro, that has to be a Rocket Town homage.
Also, can we talk a minute? Can we talk a minute about this? I can't let this go for a sec, because if I got thirsty over Angela Bassett, it's only natural that I also explain the man that voices Aaron, handsome fucking dude,
handsome motherfucker.
This guy,
handsome.
Honest to goodness, I'm
gonna have to agree.
If he approached me in the bar, who knows?
I would at least buy him a drink. At least.
Exactly.
At least.
Like, I'm like, oh, he bought me a drink, so like.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy. I was like, damn, I did not realize you were that good looking. All right, sir.
Dapper young gentleman.
I see you. Now, what is the other person? There is another woman in the trailer. I'm gonna put a picture of her in the doc because I definitely have.
Okay, please.
But, what did I label her? Oh, I labeled her baby girl.
Why did you label her baby girl?
So the first girl was Mystery Woman, and the second girl was I labeled baby girl in my notes. I put her in the dock right here. She's under the woman that we just talked about with the upgraded Apple Focus.
Yeah.
What's her deal? So we see her exploring a cauldron with Varl and Aloy, right?
She's a good guy.
Yeah, she's definitely with the good guys, but I'm just not sure. We never hear her talk. We don't get a name. She's not in the Meet the Cast trailer. She's not in anything, so I'm not sure where or anything that we know of her. But she was definitely with them.
Yeah, so. I think it's probably a secondary character. She's not in the main Meet the Cast, or they're just trying to keep her close. Because she's just like exploring one of the machines. I don't know, but I also again love the garb she's wearing. Super Absolutely. Cool. I love how unique everybody looks, man.
Yeah.
So sick.
Definitely. Super.
Her headgear looks dope.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But was that the other character that you were talking about?
What?
You said there were two characters that caught your eye. One of them was the Apple employee that has the Apple Focus.
Yeah. No, and Tilda. Tilda would be the other.
Oh, okay.
Again,
she's gotcha.
Yeah, like she seems out of place. I think would be the right word, I guess, for her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like the other part of the notes are the machines of it. I kind of want to save that for a separate episode, Loki.
Yeah, I feel like they deserve their own episode, man.
Because there's a lot of cool things that I didn't even know about, dude. Like there's an armadillo machine that we'll be fighting that rolls into a fucking ball like Sonic. Like, yo, there's some crazy shit.
Yeah,
like,
man. That's gonna be really nuts with this. I'm sorry for clearing my throat.
Oh no, please.
But that like all these, the first game, you already see like the evolution of it, because you see these like, it's not like, oh yeah, here's a giant hawk in the sky, go fight him. It's also like, yeah, they're in the water and they're rolling up into little balls. You're fighting little snaky snakes just hiding in the grass. Slithery little snake.
I didn't put the snake on here.
Yeah, but like that. Like,
I need to put the snake.
Dude, there's gonna be a whole lot of variety in terms of the enemies that you're fighting here. This game's gonna be stellar, man. I can't wait.
There's definitely gonna be a scorpion machine though.
Listen, if I could kill a scorpion in a game, I don't have the weird arachnophobia. Like I can't even see it on screen.
Wait, you said you do have it or don't have it?
No, like I'm scared of spiders. Like if I see a spider on a screen, I'll look up and like touch my head and make sure it's not on me.
Oh.
But I'm not gonna be like, I can't even look at it. Please turn the channel off.
Yeah.
Or change it to something else. I'm an adult. And I don't need to, that's childish behavior.
Yeah. No, I
want to troll the 5 people. My thing is, here's my thing. Kev, you need to know this about me, is I want the audience to get to know me, relate to me, and then that's when I just start trolling like 5 or 6 of them.
Absolutely.
Not all of them, just a couple of them.
I like it.
Yeah, like my best friend, she's scared of the blue pirates. And so like every once in a while,
wait, what?
Sorry, not pirates, parrots. And she's trying to get over the fear of the blue parrot. I'm like, Amy, you're 31 years old. Or you're going to be 31 years old. You could look at a parrot on a screen. All right. It's so I'll send it to her to remind her to stop being afraid of it.
No, because I know one of our mutual friends that we talked about on this podcast, Cam Hawkins, has arachnophobia. Like, for real.
Cool. I do too. Again, get it away from me.
You did say you did too.
Yeah, get it away from me. If it's in the same room, someone gets to deal with it. But at the same exact time, if I'm in the same room with the arachnid, I'm dealing with the motherfucker. I'm getting a mop, I'm getting something, and I'm killing it. But if I see it on screen, I'm not like,
right.
Like and I'll be like, ugh, it's gross. But I'm not like, turn this TV off, turn the car around, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm pretty unbothered by like seeing a spider on TV or like in a game, right? But like, I don't like bugs in real life. Like, you know, it's an immediate issue that like I have to resolve.
Yes.
You know, like it just has to get solved like now. Yeah. If it doesn't, it's gonna bother me forever.
Absolutely.
You know. But yeah, we'll definitely go over the machines because now I realize that.
Talking about.
No, I mean like it was on topic. It's cool. Because I know this list is definitely not done. I'm missing the fucking snaky. What is it called? Not the. I almost said Cobra Kai. Not the.
We'll call it code for right now. We'll call it Code Cobra Kai.
The Code Cobra Kai. Cobra.
Strike first.
Ooh, last thing I want to point out before we end. Behind the Apple employee with the Apple focus.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a name.
Is there a Genius bar?
There is a map. There's a map back there. And I'm very intrigued what that map is. Are you mapping the Forbidden West? Do you travel a lot? What are you doing? Yeah. What's up with that map? That's all I gotta say.
Also,
there's some
real
red zones.
talk.
There's some green zones. What's up?
This lady's hair's on point as well.
That's what I'm saying, yo. So is Varl's.
Yeah.
Where are the barbers in the Forbidden West? They got some barbers up in there, bro. They got barbers in there.
They got barbers.
Also, that one shot of Varl having a beard. What's up with that? I'm very curious.
I'm pro beard.
All these questions, huh?
I said I'm pro beard. Are you anti beard?
I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not anti beard. I'm just curious as to like, when does he have the beard in the game? Is there a passage of time that happens?
Probably like he's returned home from his journey.
Oh, when he returns from the Forbidden West? Oh, okay.
And he's like, Aloy.
To a decent point.
Fuckery's afoot over here. We need to check it out.
Fuckery in the Forbidden West. You know what I'm
exactly.
Saying? But that was a nice overview of the tribes and the environments of the Forbidden West and all that. And of course, we'll be exploring it very, very short. Oh, I forgot. I always forget to check how many days. Let's click the link. We have 27 days, 7 hours, 59 minutes, and 55 seconds.
Hot damn.
So Horizon, we are under the month territory. We have 2 more episodes that we're gonna do. One of them will be the machines of the Forbidden West. The other one, we'll see. Ooh. And then the episode right before the game launches, we do the patented bets episode, which we'll do some bets. We'll make some wagers. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time. But in the meantime, Mr. Badbit, Joe Moran, where can people find you?
So listen, if you liked my trolling this episode, I enjoyed it as well. You can find me over at The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. You can find that show wherever you find your podcast service of choice, whether that's Apple Podcasts, whether that is Spotify, or the video version over at the Trophy Room Show on YouTube. So again, we're doing that Horizon Forbidden West giveaway. You rate the show 5 stars. You tweet it at me, share it to me, whichever way you could get it to me, go for it. You are entered to win. As long as you give us a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts, it really does help us out. It grows the channel, grows a big, beautiful family that I call home over there. And Spotify as well. Please rate us 5 stars there, because we're doing an Elden Ring giveaway as well. 2 giveaways at the same time, Joe. You're a lunatic. I know.
Look at that Elden Ring. You got the pot.
That one you really do have to like tweet me your picture or like share it to me, because there's no way of me knowing. So
Right.
Yeah.
There's a talking pot in that game, right? I'm not getting confused with Death's Door.
Yeah, no, it's a talking pot in this game. Yeah.
That was a good moment in the Game Awards. That was cute.
Probably one of the only ones, yeah. So listen, gang, if you enjoyed my hot takes, if you could get past me insulting people with severe arachnophobia, it's not like insults. It's like, come on.
We're just having fun.
If you could do your taxes, right? If you're going to your accountant every year, you should already have this issue dealt with. You know?
You should be fearless. You should be fearless at this point.
If you're paying a mortgage, if you're paying rent, you should be able to turn on a TV and you're fine seeing the spider. Unless like that spider like murdered your family, you should be all right with seeing the spider on a screen.
Because that's like, how do you love Spider-Man but hate spiders? You know?
Right. I mean, like, again, it's a weird thing with me because, you know, I was trolling my friend with a parrot phobia literally last night. She's like, "Oh yeah, well go touch a spider," and I'm like, "No,
yeah, hell no."
But I will watch it on screen.
Yeah,
that's fine. Right. Just don't let it touch me.
Right. I hear you.
And if you say, Joe, you shouldn't have that fear either, you're right. I'm a fake grown-up and I'm a hypocrite, but who cares? You know, I could see it on screen and not have this mental breakdown. Because I'm thinking of people like seeing it on screen, go, "Ah!" And I can't deal with that. I can't deal with severe emotions like that.
It's a rat. Why did Now That We're Men from this SpongeBob movie pop into my head? I don't know why. No. It's a good song. It's a banger.
Oh, okay.
This has been
I had fun now, and now I don't.
Episode 3 of Road to Forbidden West. Catch it here on youtube.com to the place and source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via that anchor link down below in the description. Like the video, rate the podcast. It helps us get seen by more viewers so we can grow the PSS family. Down below as well, let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. If you're feeling generous, hit that join button, become a $1 Prince tier member just like the people Musa, or a $5 King tier member just like Caleb Kaiser, Psychwest Sean, City of It Gaming. No, just kidding, not City of It Gaming, but shout out to him though. I remember you. The Arachnite, speaking of spiders, and Owen, of course. And of course, check out the stream series throughout the week if you missed it. Horizon Zero Dawn's almost done. We're gonna roll into the Frozen Wilds DLC as well.
Ooh.
You know, we're definitely gonna do that little short DLC. You know,
nice.
And then we might squeeze Resistance 3 in there just to finish off the trilogy of Resistance. Might be able to squeeze that in between both games. I think there's enough time because it's like an 8-hour game. You know, that should be too.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Also, while you're hitting up all those links down below, definitely check out, of course, PS Trophy Room. Links below in the description to Mr. Babbitt's Twitter, the PS Trophy Room YouTube channel, the PS Trophy Room Twitter, and of course the Spotify Plays in Trophy Room. Definitely go rate that, get involved in those giveaways, all that good stuff. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.
Greatness awaits. Damn it, I missed it.
You want to restart? I'm still recording.
No, I feel like I missed my window.
Damn.
I feel like this is the perfect way to end. Everybody, greatness awaits.
Greatness awaits, y'all.